What is up, y'all? My name is Blake. Welcome to my life, or welcome back to my life. Chip cookies. Oh, and that's embarrassing. We're making dinner right now. It is currently, let's do a time date check, 7:30 on Tuesday, December 9th, December 10th. My days are so mixed up. But we're gonna do a week in my life because I realized that I don't have anything planned this weekend. Like, I'm not going out of town, no one is coming into town. I don't have any birthday parties, I don't have anything to do with the church. Like, I mean, I do, but like, it's just church and then maybe small group, I'm not sure. But basically my week is a lot more free than I thought, and because of that I wanted to film a week in my life. I'm trying to get better at these before the new year so that going into the new year I can already kind of be in the rhythm, figure out what I want to do, and then in 2025 I can just have a huge collection of weeks of my life to look back on and reminisce and all of that. So that's what we're doing, and of course, because it's me, I have an agenda for the week. Very rough, but if y'all want to stick around, I would love that. It's going to be super chill, super cozy, very productive in any way that I can. My dog's about to start eating. Yeah, so let's go through the plan for... Let's go through the plan for this week. It's currently Tuesday. I have church. Like, I have young adults church tonight. It's the last night. Super bummed about it, but also super excited to have sort of a break, just to refresh and all of that. So the last young adults church is tonight, and then tomorrow I have I help out with the students. Tomorrow's the last students church for until after the new year for both of these. And then Thursday and Friday, I don't have anything on the calendar, anything like that. I do have to pick up my truck from my dad's house because I had to get it fixed, and it's finally fixed. I had to get so much stuff fixed on it. But at some point this week, this is what I would like to do. I need to pick up my truck from my dad's house. I need to edit and post this podcast. Hang on. Which I am actually listening to right now, just a final listen through, making the thumbnail, and then I'll post it. And then I would like to pick up my truck, finish this podcast, make the thumbnail, post, plan, film, and post a new podcast this week. I need to go through my clothes and figure out which ones I want to give out, like give away, sell, whatever, and condense my closet. It is insane right now, especially since I got 2 chairs in my like office room for the podcast, but I had to move everything out. I would like to figure out, let me set a timer for this. At some point I'll end up moving a lot of stuff around, but first, like, baby steps of getting my closet cleaned out, figuring out what I want to keep, sell, donate, whatever. And then just obviously filming this and probably editing it one day this weekend. I did go to the library this past weekend with my girlfriend, and we booked like a study room. It was super cool just to chill out, and I edited that whole podcast while I was there. But yeah, that's the plan. I might see if my mom wants to hang out this weekend. I haven't seen her in a while, and I don't know when I will see her. Actually, I think my nephew's birthday party is this weekend. Hang on, I lied. My nephew's birthday party is Sunday, so I will have to go to that. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm actually like, oh, and I need to edit my last week in the life video, edit and post it, make a thumbnail, all that snazzy stuff. And I'm not ashamed to admit that a lot of the reason I want to do a week in life is so that I actually get all my stuff done, because I feel so much more encouraged whenever I am doing it. I'm filming it, or I'm doing it for a video or whatever. I have to leave in right about an hour to get to church. I don't have to be there early because we're not serving or anything, so I get to get there at like the time it actually starts. That was enough of a formal intro for me. Now it's gonna get sloppy. I don't know how formal that was, but I have been debating on making some hot cocoa or a cup of coffee, and I actually got some decaf coffee because I got this decaf coffee. It is really good, but I got it because I cannot have caffeine. So I try to quit drinking caffeine like by the afternoon, like by noon or 1. I try to stop drinking coffee. Mostly because I barely go to sleep on time as it is, and having caffeine in the afternoon just is not good for me. Like, I will be up and wild. But I genuinely, like, this is kind of it's very 25 of me, I feel like. But I drink like decaf because I just genuinely like the taste of coffee. Not sure if that makes me a loser or not. So I'm making this decaf cup of coffee, waiting for my pizza to cook, and I try to double up. So if I'm waiting for my food to cook, I will do another task. And I think it's gonna be dishes because this sink is atrocious. Anytime, that's my one thing. If I have dishes in the sink, it means that my house is dirty and I can't sit down. So, and that way on Thursday and Friday, I can come home and work on those tasks that I was talking about, that I want to get done this week. It is 9:45, much later, like much past my bedtime. I just want to hop on, give y'all an update. Church was really good. We just did like reindeer games, basically, so it wasn't anything. It was a lot of fun. I talked to some new people. I talked to and saw some of my old friends I haven't talked to in a while. Got to rub shoulders with a lot of cool guys that I just don't get to talk to on like a normal night when it's super busy and stuff, which was nice. I really enjoyed it, and then I left just a little bit early so that I could get home and relax, because I haven't really, not relax, I'm about to go to bed, but I haven't really been waking up on time at all. So definitely going to try and, like I said, it's 9:45. Usually I try to go to bed around 8:30. Yesterday I went to bed at 9. It's no biggie, whatever. I'm a rebel. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Helping out with students tomorrow. Last students also. And I did confirm that we don't have small group on Sundays. So it's crazy going from like doing stuff multiple nights a week, like, you know, like having obligations multiple times a week, and just kind of preparing myself. I love doing it, don't get me wrong, it's not that, but not having it is, I think, going to be nice, just to like reset my brain and to hopefully get in like better routines and stuff like that, and really just prepare myself. I think anyone needs that. a lot of people will go on when like pastors go on a retreat. It's not Sabbath. They go on a sabbatical. A lot of pastors and stuff will go on sabbaticals, and I think that that is healthy. So that's sort of how I'm thinking about this, even though I'm going to be doing everything else the same, but just really refocusing, recentering, and yeah, building up energy. That's awesome. Weirdly enough, like, so something that I've been trying to do is find a creative outlet. I didn't realize that's what I was doing until today. So that's sort of why I am trying like vlogging my life in different styles, and then also doing podcasts and like different types of podcasts where I'm researching some, and then some are just more commentary and talking and whatever. And my newest thing is going to be trying to write like a short story. I have always sort of been into it, but I think insecure because I don't really know how to do it. But one of my New Year's resolutions that I'm starting before the new year is to not focus on outcomes, not focus on failures. Like, I am not allowing myself to run from something just because I think that I'm going to fail at it. I'm going to give it a shot and learn throughout. I think that I'm a person that really focuses on like planning and everything, and I can't get execution, and then like the outcome, it just weighs on me, and I am deciding not to be scared of failure and let that stop me from doing or trying new things. It's okay if I want to try a million different things because it's fun, you know, like why not? And I don't know, I like to read a lot, so I think that I'm going to do that. But I say all of this to say that I'm going to sit down and try to just type up a little something just to wind myself down, and then also to, I don't know, just an exercise to practice creativity. And I'll probably do that for 10, 15, wind down, and then zonk.
These certain story elements, and I don't want to like 200,000 likes. Listen, Christy here to thank me running for an hour. I think drafted me about 120,000, and then by the time, the reason why I did it this way is because I'm basically this process. I love the of having maybe on shelves in bookstores. I do my best to keep creativity for me. It's easy for me, and I think that.
It is like 6:15 right now. 6:18. I need to be leaving right like soon. I wanted to hop on here and update y'all. Last night I kind of like sat down, and for some reason, listen. So like regarding the writing stuff, I sat down and I was like, let me just like write this, like whatever. I put on some lo-fi music, which I've been like really into lately. Mostly because I watch other like YouTubers and stuff that will like, I don't know why this is, I'm into like really niche stuff, but there's these gaming YouTubers that will post videos of them just like basically I started watching introvert like YouTube videos about day in the life, and they like just game and they have their little hobbies and whatever, but it's not a voiceover, they're not talking, it's just little clips throughout their day, and they put lo-fi behind it. And I was like, wow, this is like, I like that, like the sound and everything. And then I started watching like lo-fi study with me, or like I would put that on in the background while I was doing work or whatever, and I loved it, honestly. All that to say that I really enjoyed sitting down and just writing. Like, I don't know if I enjoyed like the actual fact of writing, or just the fact that it's like an area to be creative, and it's new, and you're like, oh, okay, like let me think of something and then like write it down and see it come to fruition, and like putting the words together. I don't know. It itched a certain part of my brain, it really did. But I made my coffee and I'm about to leave to go to work. It's pretty chilly today, it's like 30 degrees. But I wanted to update. It is 5:30. I just got home a little bit ago, took Paisley out, and now, as you saw and you can hear, I am making dinner, which is literally just dino nuggets, which is like, no, that's fine. Also, I am exporting this podcast. It is the Bible study podcast. Yeah, so gotta get that uploading tonight. I do have church later, so I really need to leave in like, I was thinking that I had to leave in an hour, but I need to be there in an hour, which means I need to leave in like 30 minutes, which doesn't give me a lot of time. I really thought about not going since it's the last one, but I know that I need to, like, it's the last one, so why would I not? Yeah. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, I'm literally gonna eat and watch TV while I eat. Hopefully upload this video if it exports in time, and then go to church. After this, I don't have anything else for the rest of the week except for picking up my truck. So I have that uploading super quick. I already have the thumbnail done, so, and I copy all of my, like, anything in the description. There's that. What is up, y'all? Let's scoot you closer. It's very dark. As you saw, I just got into my room, and oh, by the way, it's Friday night. Well, it's like 5:40 Friday. I had a change of plans yesterday. My friend ended up coming over, and we basically, my friend wanted to like hang out. We were gonna go on a walk. It got too dark, so then we just kind of sat around and ate, watched some TV, stuff like that. He's in my small group, but so I did that. And then today was pretty good, not super crazy. I am very like lethargic. I'm very tired. I don't want to do anything. So I am gonna get comfortable in my little chair and turn on some lo-fi music. I've really been enjoying listening to lo-fi while I'm trying to be productive for some reason. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm probably going to edit my week in the life. What I need to do is edit my week in the life. I need to plan a podcast. Paisley, lay down. I need to plan a podcast. I am gonna do some like creative writing stuff, and I guess that's it. I don't really know if I'm going to do all of that today because I might get tired and want to like read or something. Sorry, my dog is like right here. Like I said, I don't really know what the plan is. And if I get tired and I just want to sit and watch TV, sit and read, then that's just what I'm going to do. I'm not going to stress myself out. And I have to make dinner later. I'm going to make some steak tips. As you can tell, I am just not feeling it. I haven't been in the best spot mentally, so that's why I'm just trying to chill, get some work done, and listen to music, just not stress myself out. That's what's happening. I'll catch up with y'all probably whenever I'm cooking or something. I don't know. There's a bit of a change of plans. I made dinner, and I just made like the steak tips with some au jus and green beans. It's kind of just like what I had, so I made it. I have been feeling like I wanted to go to the gym, and I don't really know why. I did work out earlier. I think the main thing is like I want to feel God, and a lot of the times I've gotten to the point where whenever I want to get in my head and whenever I want to pray really hard or like whatever, I love working out and doing that. I'm going to go pick up my truck because my gym key fob is on the keys that my dad has. So I'm driving to my dad's house to get my truck switching it out, and then I'm gonna go to the gym, and do some time with God. Like, we are gonna have some time on the whole way there, the whole way back, the whole way the whole time at the gym. Look at this truth, but that's what's gonna happen. It's late. It's 8 o'clock, so it's not too late. That doesn't sound right. Oh, it is. It's 7:49. Awesome. I shouldn't get home too late, but I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the gym. I did legs today, so I'm probably gonna do some back, shoulders, arms, chest, abs, cardio. I don't really know. Really excited for this. Also, I haven't had Bluetooth in the car since I've had my dad's truck, because he doesn't have like a Bluetooth hookup. So I haven't been listening to music, or I've been listening to like the radio and having to switch through, which I haven't done in like never. I never listen to the radio. I've been doing that and it's been crazy, but I'm so excited to have the radio, and my truck is going to be all fixed. Super excited. But I wanted to update y'all. I did edit. Let's tell you what I was doing. I did edit my video, a lot of it. I have about 20 minutes left of the video, and rough cuts and stuff will cut it down a lot. And then I'm gonna go back through and do a little more like refine, like adding details, intricate editing as I call it, and then thumbnail, and I'll probably post it sometime tomorrow, because I plan on waking up, going coffee shop, library, somewhere to finish that, plan the podcast, and like do all my computer stuff. Hopefully I can wake up pretty early and get that stuff done. And then I'm gonna start editing this video tomorrow. I realized I haven't posted on YouTube in 5 months. Crazy. Hopefully this will get us in the routine. So it may not look like a lot happened, but I did go to the gym. So we're gonna sit here and talk about what happened. My dog is just staring at me. So let's do a time check. It's 10:30. Wow, it's late. Okay. So I went to go get my truck, and the way out there, before I left, let's start there. Before I left, I found out a couple weeks ago that the ministry I go to on Tuesday nights, the church I go to, during the week for young adults, they do a podcast. I'm going to try to make this short, but I thought that they only posted the sermons that they did on Tuesday nights. And since I go to them, I never listen to it. But one of the pastors was talking to me, and he was like talking about my podcast. And he's like, oh, when are you going to drop a new episode? And it was around the hosts of their podcast. And they're like, oh, you should be on ours, like whatever. And I was like, oh, I thought you just post like the sermons on Tuesdays. And they're like, oh no, we actually have like episodes. I was like, okay, cool. Before I left tonight, I looked on Spotify, found it, and the title of it was It's Time to Grow Up. And I was like, okay, cool. Listen like 4 minutes of it or whatever. I don't have Bluetooth in my dad's truck. I got to my dad's house, switched out, got my truck finally. It drives great, by the way. And when I got in it, my phone automatically connected, and it automatically started playing that podcast. And I was like, okay, like I was gonna jam to worship music before I go to the gym, get my head in the right space. But I was like, let me just listen to this. And back up. On my way, so sometimes whenever I'm driving, I try not to ask God for signs. I really don't. But on the way down there, I was like, you know what, God, like in the Bible it says like you have little faith whenever people ask for signs and stuff like that. And I'm terrified of God thinking that I have little faith. And I was like thinking about it, I was like, you know what, God, like sometimes I need help from you. I can't do this on my own, and I do have little faith. Like I'm constantly going to be growing my faith, and right now I think faith will ebb and flow, you know, and right now I didn't have a lot, and I was really down in the dumps, whatever. And I was driving, and anytime that I say this, I automatically start looking at road signs and stuff, and it never works, and I feel silly. And even today I was like, why do I keep doing that? Like every time that I'm driving, I look as if like something's gonna come up. Well, I was driving, thinking about it to my dad, so I hadn't started the podcast, and there was a sign that said Priority Bank, and I was like, priority, and I was like, God is my priority, and I'm not, like, he needs to be my priority, and that is not my priority right now. And I didn't think about it for a long time, but I made note of it, because I was going to read my Bible tonight, and then I decided to go to the gym. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm going to the gym instead of reading my Bible. And I was like, I have to read my Bible tonight. No matter what, I'm not going to let going to the gym tire me out and getting home later tire me out to where I'm not going to read my Bible. So I made that mental note of like, okay, I'm going to read my Bible when I get home. Got in my truck, podcast came on. And they were talking about growing up and how to grow in your faith and grow closer to Jesus, stuff like that. And they had like bullet points, and one of them was priority. And I was like, what? That's weird. And one of the pastors was the host, was one of the hosts is a pastor. And he was talking about how he had a guy in a small group, and he was like, hey, like, I can't make a small group anymore because I just don't have the time. He's like, okay, like, run me through your day. Like, let's figure out why you don't have the time, basically. And the guy ran through his day, and he explained that he wakes up at like 6:30, goes on a run, goes home, eats, goes to work, whatever. And then as soon as he gets home, eats dinner, and then goes to the gym again for like several hours. And the dude was like, okay, that's why you don't have time, because you're making priority for going to the gym like multiple times a day. And he's like, these are good habits. Those are good things to have, but a good thing can turn into a bad thing whenever you put it above God in the list of priorities. And I was like, what? Because today, I already went to the gym once today, and this is my second time going today. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I already had that thing. And I'm like, I don't know. That just really hit. And then another thing that I pray about a lot is time. And I'm like, God, I just don't have time. Like, my calendar is full. Like, I literally, if I went through the last several months, I probably had less than a weekend a month to where I didn't have anything to do. And that's what was on my calendar. Whenever I don't have anything to do, that's not me saying like, oh, I'm going to do nothing, I'm going to sit at home, or like whatever. It's, I don't have anything scheduled to do. Usually that's whenever I'll text my parents or some friends that I haven't hung out with in a while, and stuff that basically people didn't text me in advance and I put on my calendar. So like a couple weeks ago, I went out with my mom, spent the whole day with my mom one weekend. I didn't put that on my calendar, basically. But I was like, oh my gosh. And they were like, a lot of people have heard it said, show me your bank and I'll show you where your heart is, I believe. Like, because that's like where your money is going, and that's where your heart is. And they're like, show me your calendar and I'll show you where your priorities are. And I was like, oh my gosh, they are speaking truth to me right now. So I went to the gym still, but I was listening to that podcast, finished it, and then I just put on some worship music and did a hodgepodge of workouts: chest, biceps, and a little bit of back. And the whole time I was just blasting worship music, and I was like, God, like, I'm not making my priority. And I knew that. Like, I know that God has been really just hounding me to get in his word. I'm like, I don't know where to start. I did make a mistake, and I had a Red Bull before my workout, so I still have energy, which is a problem. I had a lot of caffeine today, so I am definitely gonna go like on a caffeine strike for at least a week. But yeah, that is sort of, that's where I'm at. And on my way home, I was like, God, I don't know where to start in the Bible. That's like a thing with me. I really don't know where to start. And he just gave me John. So I don't really know much. It's a known thing that like I struggle with reading the word. And I guess I'm going to start with John. This is going to hit. Hey, it's 9:51 on Saturday. Made a mistake and sat on TikTok for like an hour. Been doing really good. I haven't had TikTok on my phone in like a really long time, but that's okay. I don't know if I want to go to the coffee shop today. I really want to. I don't know if I want to. Because if I do, then, sorry, I'm trying to decide like right now if I want to. Don't really know the plan for today. Like I said yesterday, like I need to finish editing that and like planning a video. Something cool did happen. So I woke up around like 6 or whatever to go to the bathroom, and I was super tired, and I was like, I'm going back to bed. But I was laying there thinking, like, just laying there about to fall back asleep. I could have stayed up, but I was like, I want to actually sleep in and not feel bad about it. So that's why we're here. But for some reason, I woke up and I was like thinking, and Matthew 14:5 like popped into my head. Not the verse, just Matthew 14:5. I don't know the verse. And it was interesting because I was like, Matthew 14:5, like I don't even know that. Why would I think about that? But I just looked it up on my phone quickly. I didn't have like my Bible next to me. And Matthew 14:5 states, "And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet." And this is basically talking about, King Herod's fear to kill John the Baptist because the people saw him as a prophet. And I actually ended up like going, like getting on the Bible on my phone. Sorry, I'm trying to change this angle because the lighting is so bad. And I remember the story, but basically John the Baptist is like arrested and they want to kill him, but he's like, people are going to freak out because he is a prophet, so I don't want to cause an uproar. And then he has this big ball and this girl dances, and he's like, because you dance, I'll give you like whatever you want, name it. She asks her mom, and she's like, give me the head of John the Baptist, and he gives it to her. And that's pretty much all I got. But it's interesting to me because yesterday I started reading in John. Like I said, I was driving, heard John, I was like, okay, like let me research John. And I thought it was John as in the book of the Bible, instead of like maybe it was John the Baptist. And I read, like, in the past several months, I've actually read about him and listened about him like quite a bit. It's just come up a lot, and I've learned a lot of really cool stuff about how like him and Jesus are cousins, and like he was a miracle baby, and like he leapt in his mother's womb whenever Mary was there, and like she was pregnant because he knew. And it was just crazy. That popped into my head. I had no idea what it was about, and then it ended up being about John the Baptist and about John in here. So yeah, I just thought that was super cool. I've been thinking about that. I did wake up and put my dad's calling me. Hello. It was my dad. He was calling, asking about my truck, and my nephew is having a birthday party today at Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Like I said, I might go through my clothes. I need to figure out which ones I'm gonna get rid of. I honestly need to go through my entire apartment and figure out what I'm gonna get rid of because I have so much stuff. I actually had a really cool encounter with God that feel that. And then I was like, you know what? Like I do or don't. Like I'm in the truck. I'm not at work yet. Like, I'm starting this whole thought process and to really just wrestle, serve the people around you any way that you can. You automatically just jump in and pray and be like, okay, God. I was basically asking God these questions specifically, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, and I really just wanted to share that because obviously I'm not going to. I guess this is just my new filming spot because I always come here. But let's give an update. I just got out of the shower, so my hair is like crazy. But it is 12:40 right now, and I got a lot done. I went through a lot of my clothes. I threw out some that were like old, and I am not the person to throw out clothes, but these were like ripped and stained, and like I wouldn't want to like give them away or anything. So I threw those out and I started cleaning. I like deep cleaned like my air conditioner in the bathroom and wiped down a lot of stuff. I vacuumed, and then I started the process of picking up and organizing the stuff that I like threw everywhere. Made my bed, put away some laundry, put new laundry in, and I had 2 cups of coffee. So I sort of feel sick right now, like whenever you drink caffeine and you haven't eaten, because I haven't eaten today. So I'm about to make some lunch, but that is what I've been up to. And I think I'm going to put on some YouTube and throw something in the air fryer for lunch. And then I will probably sit down and brainstorm some ideas for the podcast and I started like editing my other video. I need to go back through. I've just been adding like some titles, and then after that I'll go through and add music, and then I'll get that posted, and then I'll start editing this probably later tonight or tomorrow. I'm just chilling. I'm probably gonna read at some point later. I thought I was further in my book than I am. I'm only 30%, so I have a lot to go, but that's what's been up. I do have a busy day tomorrow, so I need to film the podcast today, get that uploaded at some point. Yeah, I have a lot of like computer stuff to do, but it's nice to like stay home. And I was thinking about going to the coffee shop, but I was like, I don't need more coffee. I don't want to like pay for a drink whenever I have stuff here. And also my truck is big and it's hard to park in small parking lots, so I don't like doing that. But that's what the vibe is right now. What is up, y'all? It's super loud in here, so I'm going to try to record this way. I've seen other people do it, and I figured it might work, but there we go. I have been sitting down editing, and I finally got the video edited. I probably could have looked at it a little bit more, but I just wanted to add the sound and then kind of post it. It is a longer video, so that's what I've been working on. I started watching a little bit of YouTube, and then I worked on my creative writing thing. I'm realizing that I really don't like it, but one thing that I've heard is to just write and keep the story going, and then go back and edit it a little bit more and reword stuff. So that's what I've been doing, sort of just to fill my time. It's something that's interesting, and it puts my mind in a different place, so that's what I've been doing. And now I don't really know what I want to do. I went and put on some pajamas and this, like, I wear this sweater all the time, but it is the perfect amount of oversized, and for some reason it's been my go-to. It just doesn't stick to me, uncomfortably. But at some point I need to work on the podcast or work on editing this video. I might do that. I don't know. But yeah, I think I might actually go grab my book and read for a little bit. It's 2:30 almost, so it's still pretty early. I keep debating on going to a coffee shop, but honestly, I just want to stay around here, stay around my apartment and get some stuff done. So that is the plan right now. And I don't know, super chill day. I don't really want to watch TV. I think that's why I'm going to read. I got to a really good part in my book, so I just want to do that and finish up laundry. I probably have a load or two left to do, and Paisley and I are just going to chill. Okay. It is much later, and I just had dinner. I made some chicken parm. I make it like without the noodles, but made some chicken parm. I also got some chocolate chip cookies. Oh, and that's embarrassing. I also got some chocolate chip cookies and popcorn and candy for my movie night. Oh, I'm so excited. I turned my air conditioner on in my bedroom, even though it's like cold today, but I am about to go lay down and put on a Christmas movie and eat some junk food and have the time of my life. That's the plan. And I am gonna execute it. Those cookies weren't done. Good morning. We are trying out my friend's church today because I could not go to my service and make it to my nephew's birthday in time, and this one is on the way. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've heard a lot of movements at this church. They're actually building a new campus, so I'm pretty excited to see what it's about. I just got back from my nephew's birthday party. I'm about to finish up laundry, cook a pizza at some point. It's 4 o'clock, so I'm going to do laundry, do some dishes, pick up around my apartment, and either work on editing this, I don't want to, but I need to, or sit and watch a movie.
I'm pretty good, but then I play like real people online.